And he goes, We're ready, Steve.
I'm having an issue. We'll go right now. Because every time I run the clock and I stop it, it resets it to 0 on the computer program.
Oh, on the embedded clock?
Here we go.
I'm not sure why. But. So we're trying to get it up in there.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day number 3 in the 2019 Armed Forces Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. Today's game between the United States Air Force and the United States Navy. At this time, let's meet the starting 5 from the United States Air Force. From Chicago, Illinois, duty stationed at Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada, he's a 6-foot guard, Davion Allen. Also from Chicago, Illinois, stationed at Spangdahlem Air Base in Germany, a guard and forward, Aaron Reams. From Dayton, Ohio, stationed at Joint Base Langley Eustis in Virginia, 6'3" guard, Corey Rucker. From Inglewood, California, stationed at Luke Air Force Base, 6'6" forward, Ollie Bradley. And from Louisville, Kentucky, stationed at Vandenberg, California, 6'8" forward, Jamal Lawson. Air Force team coached by Scott Stuckey. Now let's meet the starting 5 for the United States Navy. From Woodbridge, Virginia, stationed at the USS Baton, he's a 5'9" guard, Tillman Dunbar. From Denver, Colorado, stationed at the Naval Hospital in Jacksonville, power forward, Ronald Ray. From Medford, Oregon, stationed with the United States Coast Guard in San Francisco, he's a 6'4" power forward, Craig Johnson. From Charlotte, North Carolina, stationed aboard the USS Shiloh, 6'4" forward, Worth Smith. And from Mountain View, California, a 6'3" guard, Grant Vermeer. United States Navy coached by head coach Micah Bonner. Our officials for today's game, Mr. Ryan McCarty, Mr. Ruben Rodriguez, and Mr. Kevin Virginello. So good morning once again, everyone, and welcome to Naval Station Mayport here in Jacksonville, Florida, as we get set for the start of day number 3 in the 2019 Armed Forces Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. I'm Van Stokes, along with the Chief of Army Sports, Steve Denote. Glad you could be with us wherever you are around the globe. This morning, Air Force against the Navy. Opening tip goes out of bounds. And ball goes into the Air Force. So Air Force will have first possession in this morning's game. Air Force comes into this competition. They are 1-1, having lost to the Army in their first matchup. Navy, they're 2-0. It's a double round robin competition. Air Force on the outside. Shot goes up off the rim. Loose ball taken by Dunbar. Dunbar will bring it down for the Navy. Dunbar puts it up, top side of the key. Ball rolls around, snagged quickly by Davion Allen of the Air Force. He'll dribble down the right side, lay it off the glass, no good. Fight for the ball, out of bounds. See whose ball it is. Goes over to Navy. So no score in this game, 50 seconds into it. A lot of basketball to be played today. It's Air Force versus Navy women's coming up right after this. And then this afternoon, it'll be the Marine Corps against the Army. Men's game tip-off at 2 o'clock, women to follow. 20 minutes thereafter. Vermeer dribbles the right side, dishes out. Outside to Johnson. Dunbar's got it. Left wing, dribbles towards the center, slides across the floor, dishes out. Nice block underneath. Good putback second time by Ronald Ray. But give credit that time. Good block down underneath. That was Corey Rucker, as well as Jamal Lawson, converging on the shooter that time. Right side, down underneath to Lawson. He'll turn around, bank it off the glass, counted as good. And it's 2-0 Air Force. First points of the day scored at the 1 minute and 30 second mark into this contest. Tillman looking to shoot it. Instead, he dribbles to the right, pulls up. 12-foot jumper off the rim, no good. Coming away with the rebound is Reams. He'll bring it down the floor. It finds Lawson, right corner. Lawson, pull-up jumper. Off the back side of the rim, comes out, taken off the board by Worth Smith. Knocked out of bounds, Navy's ball. Talk about Worth Smith. 2 games, he's got 53 points, averages 26.5 per contest. Dunbar drives left side, kicks it out. Shots up, no good. Again, rebound off the glass by Corey Rucker. Brings it down, left side, kicks out to Bradley, shot no good. Goes down low, goes off of Craig Johnson of the Navy. So it's gonna be Air Force ball on the baseline, their end of the court. Could be early in the morning. We saw this a little bit yesterday. Guys maybe not used to playing this level of basketball at 10 o'clock here Eastern time. Navy comes away with it. Drive down the left side by Dunbar, kicks out to Vermeer in the corner. Vermeer looks down low, up and off the glass by Craig Johnson. Counted, it's good. And it's a 2-2 ball game. Corey Rucker dribbles back towards the center, kicks over to Reams. Reams now to Davion Allen. He'll dribble inside. He'll kick it back out to Rucker. Rucker puts it up, no good, backside. Board taken that time by Ronald Ray. Where Smith pulls up, he hits the three-pointer, it's good. And it's a 5-2 ball game. Where Smith from Charlotte, North Carolina. Down low to Lawson. Low post, kicks it back out to Reams. Reams will dribble left side, pull-up jumper near the free throw line. Off balance, nothing but air that time. All the way down the court, long pass. Off the hands of Grant Vermeer, out of bounds, Air Force ball. So Corey Rucker will bring it up. Into Lawson. Back out to Bradley. Over to the left side to Allen now. He'll dribble around the right, down the lane. Kicks it out, shots up, three-point attempt, no good. And Worth Smith with the rebound. Navy will bring it down the floor. Worth Smith traveling the distance. Gives it off, he loses it, gives it off to Craig Johnson. And turnover Navy. Here comes Davion Allen. Right side, lays it up to Lawson. Nice down low pass taken by Lawson. He'll slap a low 5 to Davion Allen. Count the bucket, it's a 5-4 ball game. Navy leads by 1. Tillman Dunbar off to Vermeer. Right wing comes back to the top between the circles. Back over to Dunbar on the right side. He wants to go down low, finds Johnson. Johnson, in a lot of traffic, loses the basketball. Out of bounds it goes. So a couple of substitutions for Navy right now. Okamina comes into the ball game, as does Justin Williams. for the Navy. Navy in the navy blue and gold, Air Force in gray and blue. Left side over to Reams, back out to Lawson, top of the key. Finds Rucker. Rucker's going to put up the three-point shot. It's good. Count it. 7-5 Air Force right now. Early on in this ball game, 14:50 remaining in this, the first half. Dunbar getting a little pressure right now by Davion Allen. He'll drive straight down the center of the lane, lays it up off the glass. All you got to do is give him just a little seam, and he can do the rest. And you know what? Corey Rucker says, I can do the same thing. Instead, he gets fouled as he brings it all the way down, coast to coast. He's fouled in the act, so Corey Rucker will go to the line for the Air Force. 7-7 ball game right now. Rucker's shot, it's up, it's good. And into the game for Navy comes Deontay Jones. Getting the rest, Justin Williams. Corey Rucker's second shot. Takes his time, puts it up. And like the first, it's good. 9-7 right now. Air Force out in front. Here comes Tillman Dunbar. Stolen that time by Davion Allen. Feeds it off to Lawson, who lays it in quietly. 11-7. Not a lot of focus on that last pass, if you will, by Dunbar. Left side, over to Smith. Shot's no good. Rebound by Okamina. This time no good. Rebound by Lawson. Air Force will come the other way. Davion Allen running the show. Guarded by Dunbar. Down low, up off the glass. Nice play that time by Aaron Reams. Played the defender nicely. Little right hand, kissed the glass, put it away. 13-7 is the score right now. Air Force out in front of Navy, and timeout is called on the floor. Let's see who called that timeout right now. That's going to be Navy timeout, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout. Talked about Michael Bonner. He is the head coach of the United States Navy, Lieutenant Commander. Works as Coast Guard Prevention Officer in St. Petersburg. When it comes to past Armed Forces experience, he played on the 2005, 6, and 8 team for the Navy and for the USA. Played over in Shape, Belgium in 05 and 06, and played in the CISM games back in 2008. Council International du Sport Militaire, that's the International Military Sports Council, consisting of over 130 countries from around the world, the largest non-Olympic sports organization in the world. Patterned after the International Olympic Committee and the Olympic movement. But in this case, when you talk about CISM, you add the word military in front of it because it's all comprised of military athletes from respective services around the world. This tournament used to select the United States team headed to the World Games in China in October. But first, a lot of basketball to be played here. Smith loses it. Taken away, jammed home by Aaron Reams. The steal and the deal. And it's a 15-7 ball game. Dunbar, he'll go to the right side, lays it up off the glass, it's no good. Batted away, and fighting for it and coming up with it is Davion Allen, but pushed from behind by Ollie Bradley. He draws not only the rebound, but draws the foul. Bradley trying to plead his case, saying, yep, I did everything I could do to get out of the way, but not the way it was. Getting ready to come back into the game right now is Justin Williams. And Okamina will take a seat. Justin Williams, 6'3" forward out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, stationed at Naval Air Station on Patuxent River. So Reams with the basketball, passes to the outside, gives it up to Moore. Moore on the drive down the lane, cannot make it good. Shot going up off the board by Deontay Jones. That's no good, kicks it back out. Down low is Smith. Nice feed pass that time by Dunbar. He found Worth Smith down low, and Smith did the rest. 15-9 though is the score. Air Force out in front of Navy. 12:25 remaining in the first half. Shot from the outside, that's Jacob Band. Jacob Band was a 3-year starter at the Air Force Academy. Here comes Dunbar the other way. Rebound, shot was no good. Put back up by Grant Vermeer, counted for the Navy, 15-11 ball game. Davion Allen giving instructions to his team, goes over to Jacob Band on the left side, back out to Corey Reams' right side. Over to Allen, he'll dribble down to the corner, puts up a shot just inside the arc, bounces up, bounces through, counted, it's good. 2-point shot, just inside the arc on that one. And 17-11 is the score. Air Force out in front. Vermeer, spin drive down the lane. Shot is knocked away. Air Force transitions nicely back up to the other side. Finishing for the Air Force, that is Ryan Manning. Back to Vermeer. Vermeer kicks out. Smith at the top, but a whistle. Whistle on the play. It's an offensive foul that time on Vermeer. So the ball come back the other way for the Air Force. Into the contest. Sports medicine physician, that's Michael Argyle. Had a great conversation with him prior to the start of this game. He talked about his work at Kadena Air Force Base in Japan. Gonna bring it up the right side. Kicks it out to the corner now. Back out top. Down the lane, nicely up. Not good enough, almost. Basket interference, not quite. No call on that. 2 shots, Navy comes away with it. And a needless foul that time by Aaron Reams. Now the thing I was talking about Michael Argyle, he's 35 years old, and yet he runs this floor like a 21-year-old basketball player in his prime. But when you are a sports medicine physician, you know what you need to do in order to get the most out of your body. Where's Smith? He's going to drive the right side. Did not know whether he was going to take the shot from near the free throw line or not. Instead, he put it on the floor. And he draws a foul. Foul that time by Argyle. You talk about him, and the next thing you know, he commits a foul. And 19-11 is the score. Air Force, 8-point lead out in front of the Navy. Smith to the line calmly. Cooley sinks the first one. Navy is 2-0 in this competition. Defeated the Marine Corps, defeated the Army. Defeated the Marines 104-98 and then beat the Army 78-70. That was yesterday. And whistle, foul away from the ball. And that foul is going to be called on Justin Williams of the Navy. Argyle will bring the ball in. Out to Moore. Moore tries to lay it up off the glass, off the drive, no good. Rebound that time by Jones. Navy's going to run, comes back down the other side. 3-point shot behind the arc, it's good. Nicely done that time by Deontay Jones, he can shoot. Jacob Band on the right side for the Navy, passes down low. Dribbling out around the lane, kicking it back out goes Desmond James. And whistle. That's going to be a block that time by Justin Williams. Two fouls right now on Justin Williams. And early on in this contest, Navy could find itself in foul trouble. Low to Lawson. He's going to come across the lane. Little right hand stab hook. No good. In and out. Coming away with the rebound. Blake Bush. Up the floor comes Dennis Murphy now. Tries to find Smith. Right corner. Smith's going to pull up. He cans it. And it's a three-point shot. 19-19. We're all tied up. 9:25 remaining in the first half. And this time it's Air Force who's called the timeout. Feeling the surge right now by the Navy. So Air Force calls the timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. As they feel Navy starting to push now. Navy coming from a 7-point deficit. Picks up the slack and does a nice job of it. We're talking about Lawson, by the way. Jamal Lawson, he's got 6 points, leads the Air Force in this category. 7 years of military service for Lawson. He's a security forces specialist at Vandenberg Air Force Base. That's out in California. Came from Louisville, Kentucky. And he's got 7 years of experience of armed forces, of being in the military, I should say. But he was on the gold medalist team back in 2014, played all armed forces in 2016, and participated for the United States in the CISM basketball championships in 2015. So you talk about experience, he's got it. Also, he averages 17 points in the first two contests for the Air Force. So Jacob Van's going to inbound the ball for the Air Force. They're into the floor, 19-19 ball game. Out it goes to Rucker. Rucker will set things up. Right side out to Lawson, near the top of the key. All the way over on the right side. Desmond James, he's going to drive, tries to lay it up, blocked underneath. Nice play that time by Ronald Ray of the Navy. Here they come, other direction. Kicks out to Vermeer in the corner. Fakes a shot, drives, kicks it back out to Ray. Shots up, no good. Rebound, Lawson. Left side right now. That's Anthony Morris for the Air Force. They will take their time. Corey Ruckert will set things up. Nice ball screen that time. Goes over the left side, out of bounds. And off the hands of Air Force, so Navy will inbound the ball. Down the floor comes Dennis Murphy. Over to Vermeer, he's going to drive. Lays it up off the glass, Vermeer, nice job. Puts it in for two. Navy taking a 21-19 lead. And Lawson driving straight down the lane. Runs it right into traffic. And draws the foul. That foul is by Ronald Ray. To the line. Jamal Lawson. Shot in and out. Lawson went to Valley High School in Louisville, Kentucky. And as I indicated, 7 years in the military. His next shot hits the back of the rim, bounces away. So Lawson 0 for 2 at the free throw line right now. All the way down the left side, layup off the glass, no good. Whistle on the play. Dennis Murphy decided to go all the way down the left side and lay it up, but he was fouled by Grant Vermeer of the Navy. Vermeer picks up his first personal foul. It is the 16th foul for the Navy. As Murphy makes good on the first shot. 22-19. And he makes good on the second shot. Dennis Murphy into the game right now for Tillman Dunbar. Dunbar just off a little bit here. Perhaps it's early in the day, you can't tell. There's Jacob Van driving around the left side, little left-handed layup, spins around the rim, comes out. Murphy comes away with it. He'll run back down the other side. Passes off to Ray. Ray over to Vermeer on the left side. Whistle away from the ball. Whistle away from the ball. And that foul is going to be against the Air Force's Anthony Morris. Actually, it's going to be a double foul on that play. A lot of pushing and shoving going on. Dennis Murphy called as well as Anthony Morris. So they each pick up a personal. Fortunately, the official stepped in very quickly and got things under control. So kudos to our officiating crew. Left side, little seam up off the glass, no good. Rebound, Lawson. Bush did all he could, but Lawson came away with the basketball. Three-point shot, it's up. Off the back side of the rim. Good attempt by Rucker that time. Here comes Vermeer. Right side, passes over to Craig Johnson, who finishes nicely. And Navy taking a 25-19 lead. Rucker out between the circles. He's going to go to the left side. Thought he had a little bit of a seam, almost stripped by Vermeer. Finds Van, top of the key, three-point shot, no good, bodies fly. So you got a foul on the play. That's going to go against Craig Johnson. On the rebound from the shot, headed to the line is going to be Anthony Morris. For Craig Johnson, that's his first personal foul. 8th team foul for the Navy, so it's a one-on-one situation. Shots up, rolls around, no good. Vermeer with the rebound. Comes down the left side, and here comes Tillman Dunbar back into the game, replacing Murphy. Nice drive high off the glass by Vermeer, and it falls through. Down low to Lawson along the baseline, kicks it back out. Corey Rucker, he'll drive down the left side. He'll kick it out to the right corner. Shots up, it's long, no good. Shot that time by Morris. Navy will run back the other side. Here comes Dunbar. And shots no good. Lawson comes away with the rebound. Corey Rucker all the way. No defender that time. He had a free pass. Went to the hoop, laid it up. Lead cut to 4 by the Navy. 25-21. Navy in front with 5:51 remaining. And there's going to be a timeout on the floor. And it's a full timeout. Timeout called by Navy. They sense right now Air Force starting to run a little bit with the ball. How about Ronald Ray from the United States Navy? He's been in the military for 9 years. He's a corpsman at the Naval Hospital in Jacksonville. He calls home Park Hill, Colorado. 9 years of military service, as I said. He was a member of the 2014 Navy team. He played a couple of years at San Jose City College as well as Cal State Stanislaus. So Ronald Ray, like a lot of these other ball players representing their respective branches of service, brings some pretty good collegiate experience into this game. But we've said this 1,000 times, and it bears repeating. That is, you can take 5 very talented players, but that doesn't necessarily make a team on the field of play any more than it does in a particular organization. It's teamwork that counts. So 25-21 is the score right now with the Navy holding on to a 4-point lead, 5:51 to play in the first half here in game 1 of 4 games today in the 2019 Armed Forces Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. Johnson looks down low, finds Smith. He'll lay it up left hand off the glass, no good. Fighting for the rebound, pulling it down comes Lawson. Tipped around a couple times. Lawson was the aggressor. Right side losing it that time is Reams. He'll give it back to Rucker. Rucker drives in, blocked nicely that time by Craig Johnson. Loose ball on the floor, they kick it out. Stolen again, this time by Dunbar, back the other way. It's Vermeer over to Smith. Kicks it out that time, far right side to Deontay Jones, who hits the three. A little bit of ragtag basketball right there, but the same token, credit Navy. They did not stop hustling after it. 28-21. Davion Allen, he's got the left side, bunched up a little bit on the left side's Air Force. He'll drive, he'll kick it out to the corner. That's Lawson from the corner, three-point attempt, nothing but air. Taken that time by Reams, kicked back out to Corey Rucker. Rucker will drive, lays up the shot, it's no good. And they're gonna get him on the foul. Out of bounds, I should say. He lost that ball, goes out of bounds. So the score remains 28-21, Navy's basketball. Tillman Dunbar will bring it down. Puts up the shot, no good, off the rim. Rebound taken by Bradley. He'll long pass down the other end, and Davion converts. Credit Bradley though, he found Davion Allen back down at the other end and hit him with the long pass. Tillman Dunbar, he'll go to the left side, drive the lane. Blocked underneath that time by Lawson. Lawson, a real factor underneath the boards this game. To the outside Reams, he'll drive the lane. A little soft pull-up and a block on the play. So that foul's going to go against Craig Johnson. And for Craig Johnson, that's going to be a second personal foul. To the line right now, Aaron Reams. 28-23 is the score. Navy out in front by 5. Ready for the second shot? Aaron Reams from Chicago, Illinois, stationed at Spangdahlem in Germany. Good on the second shot. Reams played at Elgin Community College, junior college player, prior to coming into the Air Force. And as we like to say, when they put together these service teams, they come from around the world, around the country, around the world. Nice drive by Vermeer. He gets his own rebound, and he gets the putback. That's what you call hustle. That's what you call follow through and follow up. And Vermeer missing the shot, but getting his own board, putting it back up. 30-24 is the score. Out of bounds, far side. Air Force will inbound the ball. Inbound to Allen. Looking for more down underneath. Puts up the three-point shot. No good. Out of bounds. Reams comes up with it. Comes over the right side to Moore. Moore puts it up. He's got the three-pointer. Excuse me, that's Ryan Manning. Ryan Manning on the shot. He played at the Air Force Academy. And the drive along the lane by Vermeer. You don't even have to look at the number. You know that's what he likes to do. And a whistle on the play. And that was a foul by Moore, Zach Moore. Zach Moore was a former team captain at the United States Air Force Academy. I mean, that's the quality that comes in here. He didn't just play, he was the team captain there. And interestingly enough, he's been out 3 years and now has this opportunity to return to the hardwoods. Does Zach Moore. First shot goes up, and it's good by Grant Vermeer. Second shot hits the right side, goes left. Rebound that time by Moore. Reams will bring it up left side. Over to Ollie Bradley. Down low to Allen. Allen guarded by Dunbar. Dunbar strips it away. Turnover, Air Force. Back to the center of the lane. Kicks it back out to Dunbar. 3-point shot, no good. And there's a nice rebound that time by Larry Okamina. Rebound and put back down the other end. Back out to Davion Allen, left corner. He wants a screen, he gets it. Then down low goes Bradley. And the feeder pass, a little bit off the mark, but foul on the play. So headed to the line for 2 shots is going to be Ollie Bradley. He's a 5-time Armed Forces gold medalist. 33-27 the score right now. Make it 33-28. Second shot by Bradley, it's good. Bradley with 2 points now in this ball game. Lawson leads scoring for the Air Force. He's got 6. Deontay Jones going to run it from the point. He's going to drive, pulls up. Moore's hands were there. He had to shoot over Moore. Ball was no good. Shot was no good. And foul on the play. That's going to go against Bradley. Ollie Bradley called with the foul. And Air Force comes away with the ball. They're going to run it up the floor. Davion Allen, the runner on the layup, off the glass, no good. Here comes Dunbar, long pass down the floor. Jamming it home goes Deontay Jones. He can shoot from the outside, but he can also get up above the rim. 35-29 is the score. Air Force trailing by 6, shot from the outside, 3-pointer, it's good. Count it, Davion Allen, quickly back down the other end. Craig Johnson went up with it. But the shot was no good. Goaltending was the call. I said shot was no good, and that's because there was goaltending, so you're going to count the basket. Ryan Manning, top of the key. Ryan Manning looks over to the left side, finds Ollie Bradley. Bradley launches a 3-point shot. It's up, it's in, it's good. 37-35 is the score. 2-point difference, 3-point shot from the right side. Deontay Jones. Deontay Jones. Downtown on the right side, under a minute to go in the first half of play. 40-30 is the score. Navy leads by 5. Moore out front, he gives it off to Manning. Manning dribbles to the right side, finds Moore underneath. Moore's gonna go across the lane, a little spin move, back off the glass, no good. Rebound that time by Okamina. Gilman Dunbar will bring it down. With a 5-point lead, he'll just simply watch the clock work down and put up a last shot before they head into the locker room. Drive over to the right side, back under the glass, kicks out to Vermeer. 3-point shot, it's up, no good. And there is the buzzer to end the first half. Ladies and gentlemen, your score at the end of the first half of the play, United States Navy 40, United States Air Force 35. 10 points in the first half by United States Navy Worth Smith. Grant Vermeer with 9 points in the first half, 8 points by Deontay Jones, 2 for 4 behind the line. Smith, 2 for 3 behind the 3-point line. Leading the way right now for the Air Force. 7 points each by Davion Allen and 7 points by Corey Rucker. 6 points on the board by Jamal Lawson. Once again, your halftime score, Navy 40, Air Force 35. Taking a look, those are your individual numbers. Let's take a look at some of the team numbers real quick before we take a break here. Navy shooting 40% from the floor. They're 15 for 37. 5 for 10 behind the arc is the Navy. That's kind of kept them alive a little bit. Meanwhile, Air Force, they're 34% from the floor. They are 4 for 15 behind the arc. In terms of free throws, they're 5 for 9, while Navy is 5 for 6 from the charity stripe. Total rebounds in this game thus far, 29 for Navy and 21 for the Air Force. And you take a look at fast breaks, and here's a bit of the difference right now. Perhaps Air Force, they've got 10 points off fast breaks, while only 4 by Navy. Points in the paint, that's where Navy has come alive. Points in the paint, 20 for Navy, 16 for the Air Force. Turnovers so far in this ball game? Turnovers, 9 for the Navy, 4 for the Air Force. Air Force playing control basketball, while the Navy has given it up twice as many times. So we're at the half. We're going to step aside and take a break here. Your halftime score, Navy 40, Air Force 35. We're going to step aside, take a timeout here. We'll be back in 7 minutes from now for the start of the second half in today's game between the United States Navy and the United States Air Force. You're listening to the 2019 Armed Forces Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. Welcome back to Mayport Fitness Center here at Naval Station Mayport, Florida, as we get set for the start of the second half of today's game between the Navy and the Air Force. Navy out in front by the score of 40-35 over Air Force. We're heading into the second half of this first game. On the third day of competition, the 2019 Armed Forces Men's and Women's Basketball Championship, Van Stokes along with Steve Denote from the Armed Forces Sports Office. Navy coming into this game today led all teams after the first two games in this tournament, averaging 91 points per game. They've got 40 on the half, so we'll see how they do in the second half today.
Here we go, fellas.
And from the floor, they shoot better than anybody else, does the Navy. 48% field goal percentage, and behind the arc, they're 18 for 43 coming into today's game. That's 42% behind the arc, not too bad. And then again, when it comes to assists, they are averaging 15 assists per contest. So that's the Navy. And they've got a 5-point lead as the second half is underway. Dunbar's pass down low. Goes to Vermeer, then kicked out again to Johnson. Johnson's pass out front to Smith. Worth Smith gives it back up to Dunbar. Back to Smith. Inside the arc, shots up, and it kisses both sides of the rim, drops through nicely. Counted for two, and it's a 42-35 lead after the first 30 seconds here in the second half. Corey Rucker trying to get things together. Pass down underneath, nice feed that time to Bradley. Back out to Davion Allen, back over to the right side. Corey Rucker will step behind the arc, he'll reset things. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Davion Allen, right corner. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He's got to put it up. He does. Long, long three-point attempt. No good. Dunbar rips it away. Comes away with it. Back down the other side. Dunbar kicks out to Smith, far corner. Smith's going to drive across the lane. Pull-up jumper. This time it's no good. Rucker will bring it down. Finds Lawson. Free throw line. Lawson. Soft jumper. It's good. 42-37. Down low this time to Craig Johnson. He's going to come across the lane. He's got Lawson as a defender. Wanted to pass it off. Tried to pass it out to Smith. No good. Taken away by Reams. Pass to Lawson down the floor. He'll lay it up off the glass. Good conversion that time by Air Force. 42-39. They trail by 3. 1 possession difference. Down low, all alone, is Craig Johnson. How about Dunbar, though? He found it. Looked right through the traffic. Saw him sitting down near the baseline. Not defended. Got him the ball. Johnson did the rest. Ollie Bradley goes to the right side. Finds Dunbar underneath. Finds Davion Allen underneath. As it goes out of bounds, Air Force will keep it. Allen will inbound it to Lawson. Lawson gives it up to Rucker. Rucker skips it across. Bradley. Bradley puts up the shot. 3-point attempt, no good, off the glass. Vermeer comes away with the rebound. Kicks it back out to Tillman Dunbar. Dunbar will bring it down court, left side. Pull-up jumper. 12-footer, no good. Rebound Lawson. Here comes Air Force back the other direction. Corey Rucker's got the ball. Passes over to the left side to Bradley. Bradley back out behind the arc. Guarded now by Ronald Ray. Down low in the corner, that's Reams. Reams going to put up the shot inside the arc. It's good, counted for 2. That's 44-41. Navy's lead dwindled to 3. Grant Vermeer, far side behind the arc. He'll dribble. Skips it across. And a whistle on the play. That foul is going to be on. That foul is going to be on that time. Aaron Reams, the Air Force. He literally crashed in to the post play. Here comes Smith down the right side. He'll lay it up. Rims around, no good. Comes off. Board taken that time by Bradley. Air Force back the other way. 3-point shot, they could tie it up. Bradley, little spin move. Kicks it out to Reams. Behind the arc, left side. Ball screen by Reams. Kicks it back over to Bradley. He sees the 3-point shot. It's up. No good. Rebound that time by Smith. Comes back the other way. And a whistle on the play. So foul that time. By Ollie Bradley. Little bump and run near the timeline, midcourt, and Bradley tagged with the foul. And an illegal pick by number 11 that time. Comes back the other way. That was by Larry Okomina. So number 11 on both sides, tagged with the last 2 fouls. And here comes Corey Rucker. Pulls up, top of the key. Looks like he twists his ankle a little bit. Out to Davion Allen. He'll drive down the lane, kicks out to Ollie Bradley. Bradley's 3-point attempt, it's up, it's good. And we have a tie game, 44-44. 15:55 remaining in this ball game. A lot of basketball to be played. The Air Force picking up the steam. Worth Smith behind the arc. Good, count it. 47-44, Navy out in front. Davion Allen on the right side. Down low to Lawson. Goes off of his arm. But there's a foul on the play. That one's going to go against Tillman Dunbar. He tried to recover as Lawson had the ball down near the baseline, and he gets called for the foul. Inside to Allen, up and off the glass by Reams. It's good. Where was the defense that time? Good question. 3-point attempt that time by Dunbar. Got it. Malone outside behind the arc. He nails the 3-point shot. 50-46. Bradley puts one up. Dunbar comes away with the rebound. He'll run it down the floor. Finds Vermeer down low. Vermeer underneath the hoop. Spin around off the glass. He's got it. And just like that, Navy pulls out to a 6-point lead, 52-46, after being tied up at 44 apiece. Right side, Ryan Manning. And Vermeer gets called for the foul, a little bit too close on defense. And Air Force will inbound the ball on the far side. Ollie Bradley goes over to get that job done. Down low to Reams, along the baseline. Up he goes, Reams shot, it's good. Nice drive, that time by Aaron Reams from Spang Allen. Dunbar tries to go down low. Pass taken away, turnover, Navy. Here's the other way, Lawson up with the drive, the easy shot, he's got it. 52-50 is the score, Navy leading by 2 at this point. And timeout is called on the floor. So Navy calls a timeout. They realize the surge by the Air Force right now, it's going to be a 30-second timeout. Okay, a little bit about our Navy personnel right now. Tillman Dunbar, surface warfare officer. He leads things from the floor for the Navy. He was All-Navy in 2016 and a gold medalist on the Armed Forces team back in that same year. But he was a 4-year starter at the United States Naval Academy. All-Patriot League rookie team in 2013, and of course All-Patriot League team that was in 2016. Over 1,200 career points and 400 assists, 300 rebounds. And the team MVP at the Naval Academy in 2016. You talk about laurels and credits. You've got to look to Tillman Dunbar. as well as the man we'll talk about a little bit later. That's Worth Smith, who just inbounded the ball to Dunbar. So Dunbar will run the offense. Takes it off the right side, dribble, dishes underneath, kicks it out, all the way out to Smith. Smith's three-point shot, no good. Jacob Van with the rebound. He'll come up the left side, bounces it off his foot, recovers it, but not before it goes out of bounds. He thought he got it before it crossed over the line. Not so, said the official, and turnover Air Force. If anything, Jacob Van could slow it down just a hair. No need to run sometimes. You're running against a good team. 52-50, Navy leads by 2. Here's Dunbar. Left side guarded by Jacob Van. Grand Premier, right side. He likes to drive, kicks it out. Driving across the lane, find a little easy shot, no good. That was Blake Bush coming with the rebound. Ollie Bradley, he'll get it to the outside. 3-year starter for the Air Force Academy, Jacob Van. Down low to Lawson right now. Lawson looks across the middle, little stop, fadeaway jumper, nicely done that time. Very nice done. Got the little fadeaway, little soft 7-footer. It's a 52-52 ball game. Vermeer fakes the shot, goes under the basket, gets it all the way back out to Dunbar, goes over to the corner. Dunbar finds it, he puts up the 3, it's good. Grant Vermeer. That play brought to you by Grant Vermeer, period. He got it started and he finished it nicely with the 3-point shot. Navy very, very tenacious right now. Down low to Lawson. Lawson, same position he had before. There's the same little fadeaway jump shot. It's good. And when he gets it on the baseline, he's 7 to 9 feet out. You can pretty much expect him to do that. Then again, he could cross over the lane and get you a little stab hook. Down low for Navy. Up it goes by Okahime. It's good. 57-54, they lead by 3. Steele coming back the other way. Here comes Dunbar. Oh, and a trip down near the line. Catching him from behind was Jacob Van. So collision down near the baseline. That was Jacob Van trying to catch up to Tillman Dunbar. Navy will inbound the ball. Comes into Worth Smith, out to Tillman Dunbar. Top of the key, right side, Jones. Deontay Jones. Shot is up, it's good. Give him 3 on it. 60-54 or 2. Outside right now to Manning. Manning attempts to go down low to Rucker. Ball stolen. Here comes Dunbar, other direction. Little layup floated in the air, did Dunbar. He was looking for a foul, but he didn't get it, but he did make the shot. So instead of a 3-point attempt, he's got credit for the layup. Air Force back down the other end. It's an 8-point game right now. Navy out in front by 8. Top of the key to Jacob Van. Van's going to put up the 3-point shot. He'll score it. It's good. 62-57. And Air Force calls a timeout. They're going to take the full timeout as well. So 62-57 is the score. Navy out in front of the Air Force with 11-12 to play in this basketball game. Told you about the floor leader for the Navy, Tillman Dunbar, but how about Worth Smith, 6'6", 26-year-old assistant chief engineer on the USS Shiloh. Worth Smith playing in his first Armed Forces competition, but he started all 4 years at the Naval Academy and was the team MVP for 2 years at the Naval Academy. All rookie team in the Patriot League, and of course all Patriot League team as well when he finished his career there. But right now he's trying to bring Navy to its first championship since 2005. They got a silver medal back in 2008. Air Force has been the dominant team, one of the dominant teams in this competition, I should say. Since 2003, they have garnered 8 gold and 4 silver, so that lets you know a little bit the level at which the Air Force team has been playing for them since 2003. But Navy right now, with a 5-point lead, 2 wins already in this double round robin tournament. They'll face every other team another time. And then we'll have an opportunity perhaps to play for the gold medal. That'll be on Saturday. So right side over to Jones. Pull-up jumper by Bush. He's got it. 2-point shot by Bush. 64-57. Jacob Van running the offense. Down low to Lawson. Attempted steal that time by Reams. Excuse me, attempted steal that time by Murphy, I should say. My apologies, Mr. Murphy, but he's tagged with a foul on the attempted steal. Plain and simply, crime doesn't pay. Rucker inbounds it outside to Manning. Manning gives it up to Van, back to Manning. Right side, right elbow. Back out front to Reams. Pull-up jumper inside the arc, air ball, no good. Coming away with it that time is Deontay Jones. He'll bring it down, top of the key. Shot by Murphy, goes up, no good. Rebound that time. Taken by Rucker. Air Force will come the other way. From the left corner, 3-point shot by Manning. No good, and comes back towards Manning, a fight for the basketball. Out of our line of vision here.
30 seconds, I'm out.
So timeout is called as they fought for the basketball. And that's going to be Air Force timeout, 30-second timeout. Couldn't see it down on the floor, but you just lead it to conclusion. That Ryan Manning got tied up with the basketball, had no option but to call timeout. So good play by the blue and gray. 64-57 is the score, 10-11 remaining in this ball game, with Navy out in front of the Air Force. Davian Allen, the guy that's been running the point for the Air Force. We haven't talked much about him, but he's from Chicago, Illinois, stationed at Nellis Air Force Base. Went to Black Hawk Community College, played there for a couple of years, and also was the Defensive Player of the Year back in his high school days in Danville High School back in Illinois. Here's Jacob Van, 3-point shot, top of the key, no good. Hits the rim, goes out of bounds, no one else touches it. It's going to be Navy ball. 64-57, 10:05 remaining in this game. Dennis Murphy giving Dunbar a spell. He'll bring it down, tries to put it up. Went right smack into traffic that time. And got called for the foul was Davian Allen. And kudos to our officials. And the way that they have approached this game. Of course, when they are approached by the players on the floor, they do so with respect. But the officials, very respectfully, provide the response in return. So I like that. I appreciate that. At the line, Dennis Murphy. Good on the first shot. Second shot by Murphy, it's up. And it's good as well. 66-57, 9-point lead right now for Navy. We're under 10 minutes to go, 9:54. Bringing it down the floor comes Corey Rucker. Down low, high post to Bradley. Over to Lawson. Finds Davion Allen underneath, who puts it up off the glass. He's fouled in the act. Shot's good. Count it. And that foul's going to be on Dennis Murphy. Dennis Murphy picks up his 3rd foul in the contest. Davian Allen will go to the line with his team trailing by 7. Davian Allen with 9 points. Rattles it up and away, no good. Coming away with it. Comes Murphy, he's going to drive the distance down the far side, no good. Rebound that time by Bradley. Davian Allen will bring it back down the other way. Far left corner, 3-point shot, no good by Manning. Air Force maintains possession inside the arc. Bradley shots up, no good. Lawson fighting for it. Navy comes away with the rebound. Credit that time Okamina. Larry Okamina, stationed at Oceana, Virginia. Good fight underneath the basket. And it goes off the hands of Okamina down near the baseline, so it's going to be Air Force basketball. 9:02 remaining, 7-point difference. Navy out in front, 66-59. Coming up right after this, again, it's Air Force versus Navy, but on the women's side of the 2019 Armed Forces Basketball Championships. That game set to start approximately 20 minutes after the conclusion of this game. Pass over to Lawson. Lawson gets it back over to Bradley. He'll go down low. Out front, shot is up. 3-point attempt by Ruckert, no good. Rebound. That's Ronald Ray, Navy. Dishes it off to Murphy, who'll bring it up to court, guarded by Davian Allen. And so we got a timeout called by Navy right now. It's going to be a full timeout. As Grand Premier checks into the ball game for Navy. We talked about Davian Allen a little bit, the point guard for the Air Force. 8 years of military service. He's 28 years old. Information systems technician for Nellis Air Force Base. Told you he was the defensive player of the year back in his high school. But he's 28 years of age, so you know that was some time ago. You gotta appreciate the way these guys manage to continue to pursue the sport that they love and keep their bodies able to go up and down the floor like this at this age. Now, bear in mind, they are military athletes. You say, well, they do that in the NBA all the time. Well, I got that, but guess what? That's professional basketball. That's what they're paid millions of dollars to do, and if they can't do that at that level, they don't deserve to be there. Well, at this level, it's a different ball game. Number one, this is not your full-time responsibility. Your full-time responsibility is your military profession. Then comes the opportunity to play basketball or military sports, and to keep your body ready to go at a level like this at this age is no small deal. That's what this program is all about, giving everybody the opportunity to rise to their highest skill level possible, whether that's all service, all armed forces, national team, or international competition. That's how the military is designed its sports program. 66-59 the score, 8:16 to play. And Air Force right now will try to close the gap. Lawson on the outside. Navy would probably like to keep him out there. Davian Allen's got the ball, gets a ball screen by Lawson. Down pass underneath. And stripped away. Stripped away for the hands of Ollie Bradley. And a whistle on the play, headed back down this direction. Ball actually goes out of bounds. So it's going to be Navy's ball this side. Navy will inbound. Tillman Dunbar, he'll drive the lane. He'll lose it on the layup attempt. Traveling, they say. Walk with the basketball, turnover, Navy. Comes back the other direction. Rucker at the top, passes off to Bradley. Bradley back out to Lawson. Again, top of the key. Keep Lawson away from the basket. Navy's going to feel good about that. Back over to Rucker. Far side over to Bradley. Down underneath to Davion Allen. He'll kiss the glass and put it in. Air Force pulls within 5, 66-61. Grant Vermeer the other way. Bodies fly, no call. Shot from deep downtown. No good by Deontay Jones. Air Force comes away with a rebound. Air Force can play smartly right here and pull within 2. Bradley caught in the traffic. Lawson outside, puts up the three-pointer, no good. Rebound that time by Worth Smith. Navy coming back the other way. Back out to the top of the key. Dunbar, he's tripped and he'll go down to the turf. Goes down to the hardwoods. And so that foul's going to be on Davion Allen, who tripped up Tillman Dunbar. Davion Allen has his 3rd personal foul. And one of the joys right now in watching the Armed Forces Basketball Championships is to watch the matchups in these point guards. And we saw Catterman yesterday from the Marine Corps matched up against Dunbar. Today you see Davion Allen matched up against Dunbar. As he drives again, this time he's called for the offensive foul. Been driving all day long. This time he drove right in to a defender down in the lane, and he gets called for the foul. So he's got 3 personal fouls right now, as does the Air Force point guard, Davion Allen. Comes Corey Rucker, gets a ball screen, comes back across the lane, gives off to Allen. Allen, 3-point shot, it's up, no good. Vermeer comes with the rebound, kicks it out to the left side quickly. 3-point attempt by Dunbar, it's good. Downtown shot by Tillman Dunbar for 3 points. Quickly, Air Force comes the other way. Davion Allen converts for the soft layup. 69-63. Timeout's been called. Timeout, 30-second kind. Air Force. So they are going at it. And going at it big time, I should say. Taking a look at some of the leading scorers and some of the players out there through the first 2 games, Worth Smith leads all scorers after 2 games of this tournament. As I said earlier, 26.5 points per contest. And his point guard, Tillman Dunbar, has been averaging 18 a game. Well, Dunbar today's got 10, a little bit off that average. And Worth Smith, he's got 15. But we still got 6:14 to play. Talking to head coach Scott Stuckey of the Air Force prior to the start of this game, one of my questions was, what can you do to contain Tillman Dunbar? And the answer was, well, I don't know that we can contain him, but we might be able to hold him down a little bit. That's the best we can do. Bottom line is, you just can't shut down great players. But you might be able to keep them down a little bit. There goes Dunbar, down along the lane, kicks out to Vermeer. He'll come across the lane, lays it up, no good. Lawson with the rebound. Here comes Argyle. Left side, he gives off to Lawson. Lawson goes straight down the lane, soft layup, and Air Force is within 4, 69-64, 5:41 to play. Here comes Ray. Down to Vermeer, he's all alone, left side. Shot is up, no good. Great rebound that time by Reams. He went up high. Took it away from Ray. Argyle right side. Gives off to Bradley, whistle on the play. They're going to get player control that time against Argyle. He wasn't exactly sure how that happened, but nonetheless it did. So Navy's going to inbound the ball. 5:19 to play, 69-65. Navy. Tillman Dunbar, right side. Lawson matched up against Ray. There's Murphy, three-point shot, no good off the rim. Lawson will come away with the rebound. He'll give it out to Argyle. Argyle come back up the right side, looks down low, finds Ollie Bradley. Nice pass that time by Argyle. And nice finish that time by Bradley. 69-67. 69-67. And Allen knocks away as Navy tried to inbound the ball. They'll have another opportunity to get it in, this time to Dunbar. Dunbar will bring it up the floor, guarded by Davion Allen. Allen takes his time, sets things up. He's going to dribble to the right side, finds a little opening, goes under the basket. Tries to dish it to the outside, whistle on the play. And they're going to call that one against Argyle. He got the kick, so short time for Argyle out there, and very quickly, bang, bang. He picks up 2 fouls. So headed to the line is Tillman Dunbar. Shot up by Dunbar. Good to go. Second shot goes through. 71-67 is the score. Dunbar right now with 12 points in this game. 2 for 2 from the line. Dribbled by Argyle. Lost it momentarily. Gets it out to the left corner to Bradley. He puts up the shot. It's no good. But meanwhile, you got a player down on the floor. And as I look around, I could be Davion Allen, not for sure. He's down the floor, far right side. And they're going to tend to him. He's still down on the floor. And I say it's Allen because I don't see his number anyplace. Yeah, I can see the back of the jersey right now. So not exactly for sure what the problem might be. You see the sports medical doctor, sports medicine physician, Michael Argyle, his teammate, who when he's not playing basketball, is a sports medicine doc stationed in Kadena Air Base in Japan. Works with a group of elite folks over there. And he comes over right now and is spending time around Allen, just trying to very quickly come to what this situation might be. In talking to Dr. Argyle prior to the start of this game, he talked about how he could use some of his skills as a doctor to come over and talk to his teammates and maybe even help them work through certain situations. But right now, his teammate, Michael Argyle, is over attending to his teammate on the floor, who we think at this point is Davion Williams. And it looks like a lower body injury. Can't tell if it's the knee, or can't tell exactly which leg it might be. But he is still down on the floor. And they're going to help him up gently, so he comes to his feet and gets a round of applause. But he's also going to get help off the floor. That's going to be a problem with his leg. Looks like his left leg. So he's helped off the floor by his teammates. And he'll get tended to later on by Dr. Michael Argyle, who right now remains on the floor in his blue and gray for the Air Force. So Argyle goes from being a doc to going to the far right corner. Inbounding the ball, Ryan Manning gets it inbounds right now to Ollie Bradley. Over to Corey Rucker. Gives off to Lawson between the circles. Lawson over the left side. Three-point shot. It's up that time by Rucker. No good. Rebound that time by Smith. Hands off to Dunbar. He'll come back the other way. Dunbar guarded by Argyle. He gets around Argyle. Kicks it to the outside. Three-point shot by Ronald Ray. Downtown, it's good. 74-67. Navy out in front. Manning back out front to Argyle. Over the right side to Bradley. Bradley, he's got a three-point shot. It's up, no good. A rebound that time by Deontay Jones. He'll give it off to Tillman Dunbar. Guarded by Argyle. Dribble to the left, lays it up, no good. Whistle on the play. Foul going to be called against Argyle. He's got 4 fouls now. Not only is he a doc, he's also picked up 4 fouls. He can provide care, but he can also hand it out. You like it? Dunbar's second shot goes up, it's good. And he's 3 for 4 right now. Make that 2 for 3 from the free throw. 3 for 4, I'm sorry. Left side, Rucker. Gives off to Bradley, stripped by Vermeer, comes the other way. Dish to the left side, blocked that time. Nicely done by Manning, coming back with the Air Force. Lawson, far side, looks back out front. He loses it. And tracked down on the backside, backcourt side by Ollie Bradley, over and back, turnover, Air Force. A little ragtag play there for a second. Under 3 minutes to play, 75-67 is the score. Navy out in front of Air Force, 2:58 to play in this ball game. Coming up right after this, approximately 20 minutes after the conclusion, it's going to be Air Force Navy again, but this time with the women. Inbound pass that time to Dunbar. Put in by Bush. Dunbar guarded by Argyle. Shot is up, rolls around, goes through. Nicely done. Knocked down that time by Worth Smith. Right side, back out to Argyle. Pulls up, looks down to the corner. Tries to pass underneath to Ollie Bradley. That was Reams, unable to get the job done there. And timeout is called by Air Force as they trail by 10. 77-67 is the score, 2:29 to play. And you take a look at some of the difference makers in this ball game. Bench points by the Navy, 24 points off the bench in this game by Navy, while Air Force, who is recognized for its depth on the bench, only has 8 points from the bench. In terms of rebounds in this contest, Air Force 37 rebounds, Navy 42 rebounds. Second chance points, Navy's got 8, Air Force only has 3. But from the line, the Navy 10 for 12 from the free throw line, Air Force 5 for 10. So 83% from the charity stripe for Navy and only 50% from the charity stripe for the Air Force. 10-point game, 2:29 remaining. And enough time for Air Force to put some things together, but they're going to have to do that on successive back-to-back possessions while denying Navy. Jacob Van in the ball game. He'll inbound the ball, brings it into Reams. Over to Bradley. Shot by Van, left side, behind the arc, it's good. 3-point shot, makes it a 7-point game, 77-70. And a foul called that time. Foul was on that time Aaron Reeves. Took a second to get it straight over here. But Reeves charged with the foul, grabbing the jersey, and to the line goes Dunbar, who misses the first shot. 2:19 to play, 7-point difference. Next shot rattles it home. And Air Force bringing it down. Corey Rucker with the ball. He'll drive right side. Little soft layup over the hoop, and what a nice play by Aaron Reeves. Got up over the hoop as it rolled out of the cylinder. He jammed it back home. Pass down the floor. It goes to Deontay Jones. He'll drive, gives it off to Vermeer. Vermeer lays it up. And it's no basket. No basket. Foul that time on Deontay Jones. Player control foul. And Air Force trailing by 6 will bring it back down. Basically, 2-possession ball game. But they got to deny Navy as well. Over to Jacob Mann. 3-point shot. It's up. No good. Fighting for the rebound is Smith. He'll come away with it. Gives it up to Dunbar. Dunbar will bring it down the floor. He feeds Vermeer down low. He lays it up. Vermeer good on the layup. Navy scores, coming back the other way now. Quickly to the hoop. Picking up 2 of his own. That's Ryan Manning. 88-74. Still 6 points. 1:25 remaining in this ball game. Dunbar will try to bring it down, but he's attacked from behind by Aaron Reeves. So Reeves called for the foul. It's his 4th personal foul. And once again, Dunbar will go to the line. He's 4 for 6 today from the charity stripe. Make that 4 for 7 as he misses the first shot. 80-74, 1:25 remaining. Next shot by Dunbar. It's good. 7-point difference right now. Bring it down quickly. Air Force has got to work quickly. But the lead pass that time to Ryan Manning leads him right out of bounds. Air Force will turn it over. Timely turnover that time by Air Force. Worth Smith will bring it back in. Air Force pressing right now. Down the floor to Blake Bush. This is the Vermeer left side. Spins it off the glass, and it's no good. He's fouled in the act, however, and will shoot 2. And that foul's going to go against Ollie Bradley. But it sends Grant Vermeer to the free throw line with 1:10 remaining, and his team holding a 7-point lead. Navy, if they prevail in this one, will be 3-0 after passing through the first half of this double round robin tournament. Should they prevail, they will be 3-0, and they would be the only team 3-0. Air Force would drop to 1-2 after their first 3 games. Interestingly, you got Ronald Ray talking to his players. Both coaches just off to the side a little bit right now. They talk and then they step in. So up steps Micah Bonner. Rodnick Ward, assistant coach. And Micah Bonner talking to his team right now. Air Force back on the floor. Buzzer sounds. Here comes Navy. Navy right now, 4 players in double figures. Grant Vermeer puts up the first shot. It's no good. 1:10 remaining in the ball game. Vermeer's next shot. Off to the right side. No good as well. Air Force, not much time remaining. Going to have to close quickly. Over to Van. He's going to drive the lane. Tries to get the layup, and he's fouled. So foul that time by Deontay Jones of the Navy will send Jacob Van to the line. Jacob Van, a 3-year starter at the Air Force Academy. Comes from Mansfield, Texas. He's a force support officer. Playing in his first Armed Forces tournament. 3-year starter at the Air Force Academy, hits his first shot, 81-75, 101 to play. Hits his second shot as well. 81-76, 5-point game. Blake Bush comes out of the game. You've got Murphy, you've got Worth Smith, Vermeer, Dunbar, and Ray on the floor for Navy. Give off to Vermeer. He'll pass over to Worth. He's fouled by Lawson. Worth Smith. Leading the charge today for Navy with 17 points. Hits the first shot, make it 18. Worth Smith 6 for 11 from the floor. He's 3 for 5 behind the arc. Now 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Make that 4 for 4. 83-76, under a minute to play. Left side, Bradley wanted to go with the three-point shot, couldn't get it. Went down to Ryan Manning in the corner. Manning guarded closely, puts up the three-point attempt, no good. Coming with the rebound is Reams. He kicks it out. It goes into the hands of Deontay Jones, who feeds it off to Dunbar, and a whistle on the play. So foul that time was going to be on Corey Rucker, which will send Dunbar to the line. And Dunbar will step up, 5 for 8, make that 5 for 9. He turns around with a big smile, gives a low 5 to Deontay Jones. Second shot, also no good. Air Force coming back the other way. Three-point attempt that time by Bradley. It's going to hit the rim, go out of bounds. It'll be Navy ball. 32.6 seconds remaining in this game. And a 7-point lead by Navy. 83-76. Back down the other side. Vermeer's just going to hold it the best he can, but he's fouled from behind, that time by Ryan Manning. So Vermeer will head to the line. He'll shoot a couple. He shakes the hands of Worth Smith. Give Navy a lot of credit. They have really gone after Air Force today. Played well as a team. They're quick up and down the floor. You're not going to be able to stop Tillman Dunbar. I don't know what you can do to go against Worth Smith either. Two Naval Academy graduates stepping up big time in this tournament thus far for Navy. Shot was good, 84-76. Here comes Jacob Van, other side, little layup. He's fouled in the process. Basket's no good. Fouled that time by Deontay Jones. With the final few seconds stretching out. Shot is up, it's good by Jacob Van. Second shot no good, goes off to the side. Chasing it down, Air Force 3-point shot, that time by number 5. That was Ryan Manning. And I don't know if they give him 3 or 2 on that. Not 100% for sure. So he'll go to the line, shoot 2. Hits on the first one, 84-78. That's Corey Rucker. Corey Rucker on the line that made the shot. Not Manning, as previously indicated. My apologies, Mr. Rucker. And a foul coming back down the other way. So that will send Worth Smith to the line for Navy. 84-79, 5-point ball game, 14.9 seconds to play. Worth Smith's shot is up, rolls around, it's no good. So these morning ball games that we've had yesterday and today, tip off at 10 a.m. Takes a little while to stretch the muscles, open up the hoop, get things to fall. They just haven't fallen quite the same way as some of the afternoon games. So here comes Air Force. 85-79, Jacob Van takes a shot, 3-point lane. Count it. It's good. They trail by 3, 85-82. Jacob Van pulls them within 3. 9.2 seconds remaining in this game. And Air Force down by 3. And they take a timeout, full timeout right now. By Air Force, they want to make sure they take advantage of this final 9.2 seconds. A quick steal, a turnaround, a shot, foul on the play, or a 3-point shot from downtown. That could tie things up. A lot can happen in 9.2 seconds, that's for sure. So head coach Scott Stuckey talking to his charges. He's in his 3rd year. Stuckey, a graduate of the Air Force Academy himself, had to deal with a torn ACL up there his freshman and sophomore year. 3rd year as head coach for the Air Force, and this has been a dominant program in the Armed Forces Championship for the past 11 years. And right now, Navy trying to gain a very, very significant win over this team. So here we go, 9.2 seconds to play. Navy's going to inbound the ball. Comes in to Deontay Jones. He's fouled very quickly by Jacob Van. 1.1 second gone on that play. You could not foul any quicker than that. Headed to the line, though, goes Deontay Jones. Deontay Jones from the Navy, stepping up to the free throw line for his first time today. Puts the shot up. It's good. Timely free throw. 4-point lead right now. 8.1 seconds to play. Navy out in front. He sinks this. It'll be a 2-possession ball game. He sinks it. 87-82. Jacob Van, no choice but to put up the 3. He does, no good. Rebound that time by Deontay Jones. He's fouled quickly. 1.6 seconds remaining on the clock, and it's academic. Down to the other side goes Deontay Jones. And with a 5-point lead, 87-82, Navy looking at its 3rd straight win in this competition. Shots up, it's good, you can count it. 88-82. And the second shot as well. And there's the buzzer, there's your game, as the United States Navy has defeated the United States Air Force by the score of 89-82 and have gone through the first half of this double round robin tournament with a 3-0 record. Air Force now 1-2 in the tournament by virtue of this 89-82 victory. Leading the way for the United States Navy today, 20 points by Worth Smith. Let's pull the crowd in. We'll introduce this to the crowd as well. Ladies and gentlemen, your final score today. Once again, United States Navy 89, United States Air Force 82. Leading the way today for the United States Navy, 20 points for Worth Smith. 9 rebounds on the day for Smith. Double-digit scores also. Grant Vermeer, 17 points, 5 rebounds. 15 points on the day for Tillman Dunbar. And 12 points for Deontay Jones, leading the charge for the United States Navy. Double figure scores today, leading the way for the United States Air Force. That was Jamal Lawson. He's got a double-double, 18 points, 10 rebounds on the day. 13 points each by Davion Allen and Aaron Reams, and 12 points on the day to Jacob Van. Once again, your final score in the men's game just finished. United States Navy 89, United States Air Force 82. Coming up in less than 20 minutes from now, once again, it's the Navy in the Air Force. Women from the Air Force against the women's team from the United States Navy. Coming up in roughly 20 minutes from now.